The union, our organization, is committed to tackling drug resistance head-on, and that is why we, at the union, have announced the creation of a specialized MDR-TB program, and this program will essentially be a one-stop shop where country governments can request support needed to tackle drug-resistant tuberculosis.
The STREAM clinical trial is led by the union as a sponsor. We have just entered the second phase of this trial this year in Mongolia in March, and just recently opened 3 new sites in South Africa. This initiative will take place over the next 4 to 5 years and will recruit 1,155 patients into the trial, one of the largest MDR-TB trials ever.
Our study was conducted in Kailicha, South Africa. This is a high-burden RIF-resistant TB setting where we have 70% HIV co-infection rates among the 200 patients that are diagnosed with RIF-resistant TB on an annual basis. We're seeing that there's potentially missed cases of RIF-resistant TB diagnosis because patients are being diagnosed with expert less frequently than would be expected. And we found that 18% of the cohort was screened incorrectly at some point in time, whether it was at initial or diagnostic presentation.
I won't bore you with data and details. I'll just tell you a short story about a patient of one of the first patients who started treatment on this regimen. After we started him on bedaquiline, and only this year, in July this year, he completed his treatment with a successful outcome of cured. He was the first patient who had a successful outcome in the Chechen Republic. And only at that point he asked me, okay, can I send you a Facebook request so that we can stay in touch later? I'm like, okay, why not? So he sends me a Facebook request. I go through his profile and I see that he shares the same birthday as me. We should probably, as clinicians in the field, we should probably extend the range of p-value to include a personal touch to the value.
In Swaziland, the HIV prevalence is very high, the TB incidence is very high. 80% of the patients with tuberculosis that we are seeing are HIV co-infected. So in 2014, MSF, together with the Ministry of Health, decided to invest and to implement a study that was looking at effectiveness and safety of a shorter regimen to treat MDR-TB. Out of so far a cohort of 80 patients with an 81% of HIV co-infection rate, 75% success rate, and only 1.6% lost to follow-up.
Next is a study that we're working with the Global TB Alliance for the treatment of extensively drug-resistant TB. Current treatment prior to the next regimen of XDR-TB consisted of the kitchen sink approach, which basically involves giving every possible medicine that you can think of that may have a chance of working in order to save the patient's life. We have treated 50 patients. Of those, 30 have finished their treatment and have sustained culture conversion. This is a phenomenal breakthrough in terms of the treatment of XDR-TB and reminds me not surprisingly of the early days of HIV where everybody who got the condition died. Now we have treatment that does have side effects. However, the vast majority of our patients are not only doing well, but have culture converted and appear at this stage to be cured. Thank you very much.